Top European cash game pros have assembled alongside up-and-coming stars to take part in one of the most anticipated cash games of the year. Some have arrived on the back of glorious wins and made reputations, while others are here to build their own. Featuring a mixed lineup of seasoned pros and online specialists, including the 2008 Irish Open winner and the 2008 World Series of Poker main event champion. The stakes are high as the players risk not only their reputations but also their own money in this no-limit cash game where a seat at the table costs a minimum of €10,000. This game is all about raking in the money. Lose and they can call on the banker, get back in the game and attempt to get out of the red. It's still all to play for as we enter the final stages of the Poker Heaven European cash game. Some players have amassed huge profits and will be looking to continue putting pressure on their opponents while having one eye on the trophy. At the other end of the scale, those who have suffered heavy losses will be hoping for a bit of luck as they look down at their hole cards. It's now time to make their move. But before we rejoin the action, let's remind ourselves of our terrific lineup. In seat 1 is Albert Iverson. Along with 3 cash finishes in the 2008 WSOP, he recently placed 4th at the EPT in Budapest. To date, he's accrued nearly $500,000 in tournament winnings. Sitting beside him in seat 2 is the Danish sensation Peter Eastgate. By being crowned the 2008 WSOP main event champion, he pocketed $9.2 million and became the youngest player ever to win the event at the tender age of 22. In seat 3 is our only non-European player, Eric Liu. The American high-limit online specialist finished 4th in the 2008 London EPT and has amassed over $560,000 in tournament winnings for the year. In seat 4 is Neil Channing. 2008 was a great year for this Englishman who became Irish Open champion and cashed on an amazing 7 separate occasions at the WSOP in Las Vegas. In seat 5 is Jamie Brown. A recent university graduate, Jamie has decided to ply his trade in poker. The online tables have seen him earn a lot of money in a short amount of time, and he's eager to transfer his skills to the live arena. In seat 6 is Charlambos Santos, known to all as Bambos. This Cypriot-born player now lives in London and is regarded by many as one of the greatest cash game players around. Heralding from Northern Ireland, Andy Black's in seat 7 and his tournament winnings to date exceed $4 million. His biggest success came when he finished 5th at the 2005 WSOP main event. He's currently #1 on the all-time Irish money list. In seat 8 is Riku Virasari, who concludes our lineup. Born in Finland, Riku is a high-stakes online specialist who's recently taken a break from the tables to travel the globe. Before we get into the action, let's check out how the players stand. Bambos has suffered huge losses so far, and being a world champion hasn't helped Peter Eastgate. He's €20,000 down. Our big winners are Andy Black, Albert Iverson and Eric Liu, but it can all change so quickly in this big stakes cash game. I'm Nick Welthall, and with me to guide us through everything that's going to take place is high-stakes poker professional Gary Jones. Great to have you here, Gary.
Thank you, Nick. Great to be here. The blinds 25 and 50, 100 live straddle from Riku and a 200 live straddle from Albert Iverson.
200.
Half the table have put money into this pot already and they haven't looked at their cards. That is a bit of fun.
6.
Eric Liu wants some of that dead money.
Oh.
Neil's going to fight him for it.
And Jamie Brown's going to decide to play.
Oh.
Well, he's been very tight with his bets.
And call.
And he's got position in this hand. Iverson joins the party with pocket 3s, and we're going to have 4 of them for the flop.
6, Queen, 7.
Good flop for Jamie Brown.
Check, check, check.
Needed the Queen, not the 10. And with his image, this bet might just get through.
16.
Well, with his image, he can't get paid, can he, when he hits top pair? That's a slight problem he has. Really haven't seen him play too many hands.
Because you're talking shit about me.
Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of loose action the way he's been playing, but
Okay.
It's not even behind my back.
can't complain. He's still up. And as a good friend of mine is fond of saying, a win of any size is better than a loss of any size. And he's up €625, and that's not to be sneezed at.
That's a PlayStation 3 plus extra controller. To get started, one player has made the nominated dealer or button. Then the 2 players to the left post the small and big blinds. These are forced bets to get the action started. The big blind is always double the small, but unlike a tournament, the blinds rarely change. However, they are sometimes increased to spice up the action. We start here with 25 and 50 euros. Once the blinds are posted, everyone is dealt 2 cards. We have a round of betting. Then 3 cards are placed face up on the table called the flop. These are the community cards for all the players to use. Then we have another round of betting, after which the 4th card, the turn, is placed in the middle. This is followed by some more betting, and finally the last community card, the river. Then we finish off with a final round of betting, and the best 5-card hand takes the money. How do the dynamics change as we get deep into a cash game session, Gary? Is stamina a factor?
Yeah, to some extent. Some people might be switching off a bit, kind of halfway out the door already. Some people might just be finding their second wind. And some might be thinking, I've got to try and get the money back that I'm losing.
Cool.
A lot of people don't like to go home a loser.
Cool.
Come on, there's value there.
May sound like something Andy Black would say, being a former Buddhist monk, but life is one long poker game. You don't have to get it all back in this session today. You can come back and play later on.
Check.
Well, Neil Channing's finally managed to crush a flop. 2 pair for him.
It's a friend of Rizzy Deezy and Betty Wetty. Do you know what you say for pass? Do you know what you say for pass?
What?
Foldy Woldy.
Pass.
He's got previous for just calling with position.
I say foldy woldy.
Cool.
Say foldy woldy.
And that's what's happening.
But in the scheme of Betty Wetty, Checky Wecky and Rizzy Deezy, it's just pass.
Interesting,
Yeah,
Neil
and
just calling.
you've obviously got
All the
it there.
cards he doesn't want to see here.
I'm just telling you how it is,
Yep.
you know, I'm not commenting on it.
That's a bit scary.
That'd be one of them.
That's just how it is.
As it
how
happens,
is.
he's still out in front.
You can set up your own language if you want, right? But this is how this one's set up.
But Riku's going to keep firing.
Turbo fist pump call.
Turbo fist pump call.
18.
Turbo fist pump snap call.
Ooh, turbo fist pump snap call.
Well, I guess spots like this are what makes Neil's style tough to play for us mortals.
Yeah, he's played an awful lot of deep stack poker. And he knows that just calling with position when this card's come down has got to scare you a little.
9.
I could just imagine these legions of internet
Well, what
players.
a card that is.
Yeah, and they're leather, you know.
They're all
and
dressed in
like,
leather.
Their gimp masks going.
Yeah.
Turbo fist pump
Riku
call.
actually goes to the lead with his jack high straight.
when I'm at home.
Neither player has a club.
Check. Right, let's have a look.
Check it goes. Neil's going to get the bad news. He has been outrun in this one.
Yeah, good hand. Very nice. Sick.
That was pretty sick, really.
Yeah, bad river.
Riku takes it down. Finally got there with Neil not raising. And he's back in profit, the man from Finland. He's come back from more than 17,000 euros in the hole to be in profit. What a roller coaster for him.
200 straddle.
Got the double straddle on. I'm going to give these players that are behind a chance to catch up.
Or to
Building
get
the
further
pot.
behind.
Yeah, right.
2. 6.
Perhaps his Buddhist lucky charms were telling him not to make that play.
$19.
Here comes the re-raise.
Every time I have a playable hand, there's just like so many raises ahead of me. I expect to be playing for like, you know, 200 and
Alright,
then
come on, stop whinging and throw your hand away.
gets back to me and then just,
Eric's going to get no
Ridiculous.
sympathy whatsoever. He's sitting on all of the other players' money and he's complaining.
19 top.
That is a call from Andy Black. Here comes the flop.
4, 8.
Bingo!
That's not a bad flop for the ace-6 of spades. Andy eyeing up how much Riku's going to bet for him. I think he's already adding the chips into his stack.
Just check they're all black. They are.
And the right suit. How do I get the most out of this?
Cool.
I'm going to call and hope another spade doesn't come down and scare my customer. Here's the turn. Ah, it's a bad card for Andy.
Yeah, not impossible that Riku would bluff again, but he thinks better of it, and that's going to be all she wrote for this.
Quick look back from for Riku, see if he's got himself a spade. That's my guess. He's not going to be happy when he finds out the answer's no.
Give me my hand back, I'm all in.
Eric Lou's a non-believer. Andy Black only had the nuts. I think he's really gone on a bit of a roll in the latter stages of play, Andy Black.
As it happens, Eric Lou did actually pass 2 spades.
You would not believe what I had.